Recently, I rewatched Age of Ultron on Disney Plus. Not my account. I do not support Disney. Fuck Disney. Um, and honestly, Marvel in general has really fell off in these recent years. Like, I honestly really stopped being like a fan around after them first couple like shows came out. Like, I feel like after, I would say it was WandaVision, Loki, What If, and if I'm being unbiased, that Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that show, I thought was good, just not one of my personal favorites. But like after those, that first cluster, they just started going downhill. A lot of the shows after that were not memorable, and just overall, I just haven't been a fan. Nothing's been exciting for me. But I rewatched Age of Ultron, and it just reminded me just how good it is and how why it's my favorite Marvel or at least MCU film. Ultron was such a good villain. Like, I hate the fact that they killed him off. Like, I've always hated how they deal with their villains. They just always seem to use them as throwaways, or like a lot of it I feel like it was just like they were all fodder just to like build up to Thanos. And then after Thanos was gone, it's like, okay, now what? You have no recurring villains, and the big bad is gone. Now what are we gonna do with our fucking franchise? And the clear answer has been they have no fucking idea. Kang was honestly a great second pick. Like, honestly, I thought that it was smart because they were trying to start doing the multiverse stuff. They wanted to have branching realities, branching, like stuff, like, being able to do more with their characters and stuff. It was a great play, but they fumbled because apparently it was just too much for them. Because what have they done? What is the point of making it to where things can be in multiple continuities and have different continuities if we're still just gonna keep hammering the same continuity? Like realistically, logically, this was the perfect scapegoat for them to just take a break on the main universe and then just explore different routes, explore different ideas so that they could come back to the main continuity and be like, all right, now we have a clear, concise, cohesive story, and let's expound here and go this way. But it's like now it's like they just all over the place. Like, it's weird and not compelling. And then especially with the legal stuff and like the stuff going on with the actors, it's like, nah, gang. y'all cooked. Y'all folded. Y'all folded on a something that could have been, well, it was legendary, it was incredible, it was phenomenal for the time that it was, at least for me growing up. Now it's like, all right, y'all. Y'all clearly don't know what y'all doing no more. But yeah, no, Ultron, man, like, he was so captivating when he came. Like, honestly, and what made me even want to speak about this was that people were starting to have like discourse about his origin story being changed on Twitter. Like, they were saying like, oh, I don't know why they changed it from him being Hank Pym. It makes more sense. And I'm like, did we watch the same movie? I'm like, did we watch the same movie? Like, listen, no disrespect to the comics, and like clearly whatever was working there worked there. But if we're watching the same MCU, if we're saying watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the way they have Ultron set up as the parallel or just the colder version of Tony Stark, it just makes sense. Like, it literally made sense. I felt like it was beautiful, especially with Age of Ultron, like having themes of like everyone in the team having monsters and like demons or just things that they were dealing with, trauma that they hadn't fully worked through. I think that was like really clever. All of their like faults and flaws and just insecurities were manifested in Age of Ultron. And it had lasting effects on how the team moved forward and how the movies moved forward. And I really feel like Age of Ultron really was the crux of the Marvel Universe. But they fumbled the ball. I feel like this is where they started to like fall apart because again, they can't stop killing their characters. They built a universe, but most like struggles and instances and like just cataclysmic events are isolated into one movie. That's another thing that they just seem to like fail to realize. Like if you're making movies, like literally you did it with Infinity War. You did it with Infinity War and in Endgame. You turned it into two major movies. I think I like Infinity War more, if I'm being honest. I think Endgame was like crazy and it was a good moment, but I think I like Infinity War more. You telling me you couldn't do that? You can't do that just for other villains, other movies, or just other ideas that you have as a entity. But like you're pulling from these comics. Even in these comics, they spanned like they had runs. They spanned a certain amount of time, and I get it's a different like media form, but it's like I don't know, man. Like I just feel like they could definitely execute the movies better and not kill off their characters at the end of every fucking movie. Like it was every movie. Every movie. One of the only niggas that didn't die I can remember off the top of my head was fucking Baron Zemo. And that nigga Loki deserved it. Like imagine having everybody else get cut off. And they keep the one nigga that really should have got done in for real. You know how fucking crazy that is? Shit is corny. Like he like come on, bro. I think Marvel just fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball bad. This is supposed to be about Ultron. But like when I really just think about Marvel in general, I'm just like, man, like, yeah, they fumbled Ultron, but like they fumbled a lot of things. Like even like Ultron was so cool, yo. Like peace in our time. Like that shit stuck with me, yo. Like again, like the flip, like it's just the flip, yo. It was the flip. It was the flip of Tony and like Tony being the best of both worlds of being like, you know what I'm saying? Like encasing himself in a body of or in a suit of armor, but like having his humanity and like wanting to do the right thing and redeem himself. And then Ultron literally just being everything, like literally stripped of all that humanity and being like, nah, fuck that. We just gotta, like the only way we can protect these niggas is do them off, which is nuts, which was fucking insane. Obviously, that was not the correct line of thinking. But, you know, he made it look cool. He made it seem like he really was like, yeah, nah, man. Like, listen, I like your plan. One flaw though, niggas gotta die. Like, I'm sorry. I think what's so hilariously like silly about Ultron's plan is that he was like, oh yeah, we're gonna just like I'm gonna make a cataclysmic event, like in basically force evolution. Brother, that's not how evolution works. That's not how evolution works. Plus, like it was very like silly in also a sense because in one sense he's saying, oh yeah, I'm doing it so that people can evolve and like we can evolve. Or not people, or so humans can evolve. And then in another breath, he was like, "Oh no! After everything settles, all that would be left is metal, brother. Which make up your mind." And I get that he's implying that the only way that humans can evolve is turning into machines, which I guess it comes from Tony's like hubris and like ego and all that stuff to where it was a self-serving plan. But. No, that was not it. That was not a great plan. Like, he almost pulled it off. And then what's crazy? I went this whole time not even mentioning Vision. Honestly, like, oh my God, Vision. Like, and then literally Vision being the antithesis. Like, literally, like, taking the flip, then flipping it again. Because now you had someone who was more machine than human in Ultron, and then you have Vision who was more human than machine. Like he was literally because he was more like the way he was more made of like synthesized. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like dog. Like Age of Ultron really is like my favorite Marvel film. Even the subplots. I hate that they didn't let Natasha and fucking Bruce be happy. I feel like they deserved it. But I get, you know what I'm saying, they had other, you know what I'm saying, they had other plans, they had other ideas, and you know, without that happening, we wouldn't have Ragnarok. Which I actually love that movie. I love Ragnarok and I love Love and Thunder. It's called Love and Thunder. I love Love and Thunder was really good to me. I liked what's his name? No? Was it no? No, it's not no. It was Gore. Oh my god, Gore was so good. Gore was so fire. I fucking love Gore, bro. Honestly, I need to rewatch Love and Thunder, to be honest. I think that's what I'm gonna do next. That's really it. I could really kind of go on for a while talking about Marvel and a bunch of stuff because like it's just disappointing what they've turned into and what they are now. But yeah, Age of Ultron, my number one at this point. I don't think anything's gonna really top that. But yeah, that's all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Be safe, stay dangerous, drink water, kiss your loved ones, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.